There are a lot of things that I love about Howl's Moving Castle. From the characters and personalities to the ways magic can be so big and small, flashy and vague, all the way down to how Diana Wynne Jones writes the book like it's a fairy tale. And yet also, Wales is here for some reason. There is a lot to adore. For whatever odd reason, I have this thing where sometimes, when I'm reading, I start to heavily associate the book I'm reading with a song. In this case, I associate Howl's Moving Castle with Too Sweet by Hosier. And when I think of why, it's easy to guess. There's a certain parallel between Too Sweet and Howl's Moving Castle. In a certain sense, they're both about love. Too Sweet is a song about how somebody can be so different from you, and yet you can fall in love with them so completely. I see Howl's Moving Castle in the same way. Sophie and Howl are both very different people. Sophie is a hatter's daughter and doesn't see herself as having any prospects because she's the firstborn in a land of fairy tales. Howl is a wizard from actual Wales. He survives on feeling like he's desirable to the point where he falls into despair when he thinks his good looks have been ruined. Sophie, on the other hand, literally gets cursed into an old woman, and she is quite fine with it. They are very different people, and yet they still fall in love with each other, and that love doesn't start with the other. In my eyes, it starts with loving themselves. Sophie doesn't see herself as someone who's desirable, so when she's turned into an old woman, she's content with it. Her only issue being that she has aches now. Being old isn't very easy after all. Howl, on the other hand, is vain first and foremost. He's not above being cheeky, and I mean, he literally comes from Wales. Not a lot of people just up and move to Ingery full-time unless it's for rent. Actually, he probably moved for rent. Anyway, I like the story because it's an unconventional love story at its core, and I also like the book because it's about breaking norms. Since the very first chapters, we see the story break its own fairy tale conventions when Letty and Martha switch lives. They know that what they want, and they know how the world around them works. They were born and raised in Ingery, so they understand how and why Sophie thinks the way that she does. And yet, they both decide to strive for the things they want in their lives, and they decide to do it together. It's as if the book is trying to tell you that despite everything, nothing is set in stone, and you can always shape who you are. It's a lovely message, and a really fun book. I honestly don't actually want to spoil it too much, so just please, take my word for it. Give it a read.